Hey, so we're going to be doing two types of airplanes, a basic and a slightly hard one. If my screen light goes, really like green flashy lights, that's my computer, not yours. So just continue watching. Please. Right, I have to just unfold it. So I've done the first 3 steps because I then restarted the video because of the green flashing lights. I hope they've stopped now. So, sorry about the creases, but I'm not wasting my piece of paper. Right, so fold it in half so you are left with a long triangle, not a short triangle. So if you fold it that way, you're automatically wrong. You have to fold it that way. 100% making sure that the lines are perfectly matched up. Because if they're not perfectly matched up, then your plane isn't going to fly as good as it could. And as soon as you've done that, you're ready for the next step. I think it's a bit close. Okay. Right. Then you want to get the top right corner and the top left corner. And before creasing them down, just make sure that they are touching in the middle. Like that. They need to be touching all the way across, and make sure that the tip isn't bent, broken, squished, or anything in any way. It needs to still be a solid tip. The reason why, I'll tell you once I've creased these lines down. So you're then left with a triangle here, and then a rectangle there. Like that. Like that. If the tip is bent in any way or ripped, then it's not going to fly properly like a normal aeroplane. The tip was bent. Right, there we go. Okay. Then fold it, like turn it over so that you don't have a line going across the middle, and fold over on the line that you created in the first place. Obviously mine's falling straight into it like normally, but I didn't do this step properly, so I still have to do the crease at the bottom. Make sure when you crease the bottom you go under the flap, and then you crease on the opposite side, otherwise you're only creasing one side. Okay, then you're left with half of what you were a second ago, in a way, because it's still all there, but instead of a whole triangle and a thick rectangle, you've got half that triangle, so a right angle triangle on top of a smaller rectangle. But if that's not what you're left with, a right angle, if you haven't got a right angle triangle up top, you've done something wrong. Oops. There, that's not right angle. Right, how long is this video so far? 3 minutes, that's fine. Okay. This is we're gonna name the lines, okay? So the one closest to me, the one I'm pointing to at the moment, this line all the way across here, to there, that's the top line. From here, all the way to the other side, that's the bottom line. This is going to be called the slide, just because I know what I'm talking about. The slide line is the bit that's always going that way, and then that's the edge. So you want to take the top line, ignoring this half underneath, just this top. So this top line here, and then holding that there, holding this triangle bit so it doesn't come off that line, over, and line it up with the bottom line, like that, and then make sure that the edges are done properly, across there, and across there, and then that is half of it already done. If I just show you this side. ignore this bit here. That's what it looks like from that way. And do the same on the other side. Top line and your bottom line. Match it up on the edge line as well. As soon as it's matched up, you can crease it across there. And that's what you've ended up with. Then you open it. What I'm doing here, this is like completely optional, is just, so if you open the wings up, put it on its back, follow the crease lines on each side across there, and then that's done. You can also glue these bits here, where it makes like the window for the pilot. There. You can glue those fluffy bits down. Okay, so that is the basic aeroplane. That flew pretty good. This second one you might have heard of, but my dad taught it to me, so I don't know whether he made it up himself or not. And I'm not going to go and ask him, because I can't be bothered. So, do the exact same first 3 steps as the other one. You won't be able to see the piece of paper right now. So, fold it in half the same way again. A new piece of paper this is, by the way, for the opposite one. Like that. Does that fall in place? No, it didn't. So there we go. It's folded in half. Do the same again. Top right corner, top left corner. Join them into the middle line. Same like you did before. Yeah. Make sure you don't rush it, because obviously this one isn't going to be as good as if I wasn't rushing, which I am. As soon as you get the hang of it, then obviously it's better. And then again, you've got your triangle with your rectangle underneath. Fold it over again. The fold line that you've already made in the middle should be there. Just fold over on that line, and then you shouldn't have to worry about the top here, because that's actually already done by folding that there. Okay. Then you're back to where you were on the other one, like that. This is where it gets hard. So here we go. You've got the top line again, bottom line, slide, edge. And you've got your triangle there, which flaps up. Right, so if you get your slide line here, pick it up, holding that bit there, and then you need to make sure that the bottom bit here, just get your nail inside there, and very, very lightly just tear the top layer so it's easier to slide up towards the tip, but not all the way to the tip. That probably doesn't make sense. There. As you see, that's literally all over it is that tiny bit at the top there. You're probably thinking I'm mad by doing that, but I'm not. Sorry about that. Okay. So again, the slide line, sorry, and fold that across the bottom line here, and then fold that across the bottom on all of it. me slitting this bit has just all it's done is made sure that the top bit there isn't like damaged or anything by folding this. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side, the slide line, which is then put that across the bottom there. Lining it up before you're creasing it. Creasing, if you don't know what that is, it means it's another word for just making, like pushing down the folds so they stay. I call that creasing. I think that's what it's actually called anyway. Going back to the opposite side again, you can leave it like this and just have it fly like that. You can just have it fly like this. So it looks like a diamond on a hook and you fly it. But I don't do that. What I then do, where's that come from? Yeah. Is get the cliff line, not the cliff line, top line, which is that little tiny bit, the little tiny bit left before you go into the slide line. You want to get that and line it up across the bottom line. And then fold all the way across in that straight line that it gives you. Just making sure that it likes where it's at. If it's like pumping up here, then take it down a bit by the bit it's pumping up at. If that means that it's then out of place, then just bring it down so it's further down and not across, if that makes sense. So mine's ended up being stressy and wanting to go further than it should be. So you see, we'll call this the tail if it happens. It should be up here, but it wants to go down here, so I'm going to let it. That's what it looks like on that side. There. And I'm going to do the same on the opposite side, making sure that they actually match now. So I'm actually lining the cliff line with where the other one ends on the opposite side. Otherwise, it won't fly evenly, if that will make sense. So it should really land at the bottom line, which is that line across under there. But it was a bit, the paper, I didn't fold it properly somewhere along the lines, so it wanted to go down here, which means the other one has to join it, like that. Which actually, if you noticed, when you open it, it pushes the kite just up, but it also gives it flies a lot better. So that's it on the airplanes. I hope that they make sense. A really good thing that you could do is if you have you making another type, like an interesting type of airplane with paper, make a video and send me the link down in the comments and I'll check that out. If I find it really awesome, I'll go onto your what my head messed up. I'll go onto your channel, then I'll inbox you and ask if I can then remake that and post it on my YouTube channel. You can agree or disagree, whatever, I really don't mind. So my last things is, so comment other YouTube suggestions videos. Watch all my other videos, except from the Look Your Worst one. Well, you can, but it's like half an hour long. So that's because there's two of us and we were like really messing around and stuff. And we didn't really do it properly. So I might make another one of those. Just depends. Like my videos and this one, or dislike, whatever. But like, because I don't really like disliking stuff. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, subscribe. If you subscribe to me, my rule is I subscribe back. So, from now, If you subscribe me, I'll subscribe you. If you don't subscribe me, I probably won't subscribe you, unless I really like you. So, if I subscribe you, please subscribe me back. So, bright lights.